Hi, Jeremy. It's Dad. I wish you was here.
Thomas Moore never wanted to believe what he already knew. His son was lost.
I don't know why you picked this route to go, but I guess there's a reason for it.
His 35-year-old son, Jeremy, was desperately hooked on heroin, and in March, that long addiction finally killed him.
I'm dedicating this whole thing, to him.
Moore says his son had just gotten out of rehab for the second time this year.
And I could tell that he was changing. I could tell his personality was getting worse and worse.
Just hours after coming home with his father, Jeremy overdosed in the bathroom.
A lot of people liked him. He had a lot of people at his funeral.
Moore had trouble figuring out what to do next. His only son and family was gone. Then,
you know what? That come to me like that.
Moore put these signs on his truck telling the world he lost his son to addiction, a warning to others. Moore says he prays his son's story can show how hurtful drug addiction can be.
I just hate to think that I'll never see you again. I love you, son. I'll be with you someday.
Mark Jones is working on fixing an A&A tow truck instead of taking road calls. What Jones can't fix is heartache after his good friend and co-worker, 59-year-old Jack Carpenter, was fatally struck as he responded to a stranded motorist call on Route 104 near Lockbourne Road.
Very dangerous, and like I said, some people don't respect that. They think we're, like I said, we're a bunch of dirty tow truck drivers, but honestly, we're out here saving people's lives.
A&A Towing.
The dispatcher for A&A says people should learn from what happened to Carpenter, a 40-year veteran tow truck operator who lost his life doing what he loved.
The law is to move over and slow down, and no one pays attention.
Police are waiting on toxicology reports to see if 31-year-old Brian Spencer may have been impaired when he hit Carpenter. Investigators say the wrecker had its flashing lights on when Spencer failed to control his car and hit all 4 vehicles at the side of the road and Carpenter.
In this case, he was also found to be in possession of a considerable amount of narcotics.
Drugs are an epidemic. I mean, it's too many impaired drivers. How do we stop it?
Carpenter was not married, but at the towing company, people considered him family. They're hoping Spencer will be held accountable if he is responsible for their friend's death.
People stealing stuff, mainly. Maybe stole out of my own backyard, front yard.
Looking around the neighborhood she's called home for years, it's hard for Pat Akers to hide her frustration.
I want to take the control back. I want to be able to sit on my front porch and not feel like I got to have a gun.
That's why Akers is helping lead a movement to keep watch and take back the neighborhood.
We want our city back. We want to feel safe.
Debbie Thompson is part of the Citizen Police Academy Alumni Association, or CPAAA. It's a group of volunteers who work directly with the Marion Police Department.
We're the eyes for the police department, and we relay messages and call them and let them know what we see.
And it's a group police and the mayor says is helpful in finding crime and works with law enforcement to send a message.
If you're going to come to this community and you're not going to abide by the laws and you're not going to be a productive citizen in Marion, Ohio, you're just simply not welcome here.
I think they found 3 needles over there. Really?
On the ground, Akers and her husband help coordinate block watch meetings all around the city. Right now, there's only about 5 active watches, and Akers thinks she knows why.
They don't want to get involved for the retaliation of it. They're afraid somebody will break in on them because, hey, I might have snitched.
You're not scared.
So, no. Oh, no. Nope.
So they're hoping to inspire others to get involved.
We have to. It's our job. We can't give up on it.
34-year-old Monica Hargrove is now locked up, accused of driving a friend to the pharmacy, then robbing her at an East Columbus intersection.
The woman went to go pick up a prescription. When she came back into the car, Ms. Hargrove pulled a gun out on her, demanded the prescription, and forced the victim out of the car.
When Columbus police couldn't find their wanted woman, they posted Hargrove's mugshot from an earlier arrest on CPD's Facebook page. Cops immediately got lots of tips, including a bizarre call from the suspect herself, demanding her unflattering Kodak moment be pulled from cyberspace.
Said, hey, I want my mugshot off CPD Facebook. I think Miss Hargrove's case is the first case that we had the suspect actually calling about her mugshot.
Hargrove made arrangements about coming to Columbus Police Headquarters and talking with the detective about removing her mugshot from the CPD Facebook page. Hargrove was eventually allowed to retake that mugshot while she was being arrested and booked for her crimes.
Now check out the updated mugshot of Hargrove, who apparently came all glammed up for her new and improved close-up.
I'm sure she probably was surprised because she thought she was just meeting with the detective, but she should have known as well that she had a warrant out for her arrest.
So crooks, beware. Police say if your mugshot pops up on the Columbus Police Facebook page, you should expect to be arrested. Just don't expect a flattering mugshot to be posted. In Columbus, Steve Levine, ABC 6 News.
And jump! This family's Labor Day celebration normally would mean boating, swimming, and playing on the lake. Instead, these kids are finding fun on the land.
Hula hoop, jump rope, balloon toss, crab walk.
But hundreds of boats, including the Kellys, had to be pulled from the water so they wouldn't get stuck.
We just decided to have the party anyway. It's just not quite as pretty a view as what we're hoping for.
The Ohio Department of Natural Resources is working to drain the lake to relieve pressure on the 79-year-old earthen dam and to allow them to find the reason for the leak. The team is using siphon hoses to help lower the water levels.
Our concern is just simply to get at the root cause of what's going on in terms of the seepage and be able to make repairs.
Engineers don't think the dam is in danger of giving way, but experts say the Class 1 dam is considered high hazard.
We understand that they need to fix the situation, but we wish it could have waited till after the weekend.
The beach and picnic park are popular destinations, but now they're closed with dam repairs pending.
And I think everybody's pretty much figured out that our season's over and you might as well pack it in, but, you know, are we going to have a lake next year? That's the big question, I think.
While some of the summer has been shaved off because of the leak, this family is already wondering what's next for a getaway that is special to so many in Pike County.
I'm Victoria Bowles, and I am 15-year-old, and I have an inoperable brain tumor.
She's just fighting so hard, and I'm just so happy that she's here today.
It's the most unimaginable pain that I could ever think of dealing with or going through.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to help raise money to help pay for cancer. I started playing when I was really young, and ever since then, I've just loved that sport. I love my Buckeyes. I love them, but I love Kent State too.
I would lie to say I don't want to win. I do, but we're just here to get you know, good competition in her honor.
Good luck, guys. You hear the like smack from over here.
We started rallying everybody around us for support. It's heartbreaking to think of having her gone.
Definitely don't feel like it's my time to die. I haven't done anything, and I feel like I have so much more to do.
Licking Heights School District voters will face the music as they'll be asked to approve a $26 million bond issue to build a new high school. The district is the third fastest growing in Central Ohio, and the superintendent says they're running out of space.
It would allow us to reorganize the entire district and provide relief.
Modular classrooms are being prepared to help with the crush this school year, but the district says it's not a long-term solution.
We want good schools. We want people, when they come to this area, to say, hey, I want to come to Licking Heights. They have great schools.
Double tight with the wing.
And while these Heights Hornets practice for the first game, a hornet's nest is being stirred up in the community. Signs, pro and con, are posted across the district. Val D'Alessandro is one of the vocal opponents who say many taxpayers can't afford an additional $99 per $100,000 of property valuation.
We want them to be more frugal, not just keep spending and spending.
But the district says it's been a good steward of the tax dollars and has been open about the process.
54% of this project would be paid for by the state of Ohio.
People run out of money. They're just enough is enough.
Some opponents say the district is playing games and sneaking in a special election to get the bond issue passed. But the district says timing is everything, and if the voters say yes, they can have the building ready by fall 2017. In Licking County, Lou Ann Stoya, Fox 28 News.
Spring may have sprung. On Spring Street, we found outdoor eaters, jubilant joggers.
Is it spring?
It's starting to be.
And the ceremonial unlayering of winter clothes. After the cold darkness of winter, it was finally a day to catch some rays, and for the lion of March's beginning to lay down with the lamb of March's end.
Can I lie down too for a sec?
Sure.
Thank you. Oh man, that feels awesome.
Feels great.
You know what's crazy? I'm getting paid for this.
That's a good deal.
Now, it wasn't that long ago that the Midwest was invaded by something called a polar vortex.
Do you know what a polar vortex is? Excuse me, sir?
It was an Arctic blast which froze everything in its path. But now the vortex has vanished. It's time to bid farewell to maybe the worst winter ever, and time to welcome some sun.
Hello! Spring!